Hello and welcome to Soulshine Den. My name is Tracey. Come on in and get cozy. We're going to talk about love and what is not love. This may not be new information to you. You may be an expert at giving and receiving love. But this is what we're going to talk about. So, sometimes people who say they love you, they may think they do love you, and they may be loving the best way they can, okay? But I just want to name some things that, in my opinion, it's not even a cousin of love. It's like, no, it's not a relative of love. But people will sort of deceive themselves and think that they're loving, okay? But if you are manipulating someone to get your way, you're trying to get something out of somebody by lying or trying to trigger their emotions so that you can take their energy, or you're trying to make them feel guilty, or change what they said. You manipulate the words in some kind of way to feel like you have something over them. You want to feel like you're better than somebody, so you talk about them behind their back. These are not loving acts. You want to control the people who are in their life, or control their time or their, attention. That's not love. Any sort of control or need to control another person, that is not love. Certainly, if you're manipulating someone or their emotions so that you can take their energy, siphon their energy, that's not love. And possessing someone, or wanting to possess someone, wanting to own them, or think you're entitled to them in some way, that is not love. And so if you are receiving these sorts of things where you're in a relationship and you feel like you're smaller, or you need to, like, in with this other energy, that you feel like you're contracted in some way, or that you need to dim your light because they get jealous, or they get threatened, or they need to feel superior in some way for there to be like a comfortable dynamic. That's not love. And these things can be, you may be listening to this and you're like, yeah, duh. But these things can be very subtle. And so I'm just bringing them up for anyone who may be in a relationship that something's off, but maybe you haven't been able to articulate it or get a good sense of it, because there are positive things. There are things about this person that you really appreciate, or about this relationship that you really hit it off in some way, or maybe you've even been together for a really long time. So sometimes it doesn't mean that this necessarily needs to end. It could be this person this is a dysfunctional relationship, it's codependent or something like that, and neither one of you are healthy or free. It could be that situation, or it could be that it's just time for some inner work, for some spiritual work, or some personal healing or something like that, and understanding more of what love is, and less if it's anything to do with controlling the other person or changing the other person. That's not love. It's not. It's not. If it's anything to do with, there's a hidden agenda, like you're with that person to get something, or to have this presence, where other people see you as some kind of way because you're with this person. That's not love. If you only feel okay if this person feels okay, right? Like if your happiness and your okayness is a direct result of how your person is feeling, then there's a dynamic that isn't healthy for either one of you, because ideally you want to be two independent people who come together, and create this third sort of energy, instead of a melding of energies where you take responsibility for their happiness, they take responsibility for yours, or maybe they take a little bit of responsibility for yours and you take all the responsibility for theirs. Some kind of I can't think of the word I'm thinking of, but anyway, where it isn't reciprocal. But so it's just thinking about that, thinking about how someone makes you feel. Do you feel supported and uplifted? And your dreams, they support your dreams. They want to, protect your dreams and lift you up. Or is there like a sense of competition? Because if there's a sense of competition or domination or anything like that, then that's not healthy. That's not love. That's a call for someone to do some healing. So if in your body you're feeling jealous, or like you're competing with the person, your person, and you say you love them, but you also kind of hate them. You really don't want to see them succeed. You really, don't want anyone to see them. You want to just keep them in a little, glass case, so you can look at them and let them out when you want, but otherwise nobody else can see them, because that makes you feel like someone could take them from you. Then that's not love. I think like the healthiest question would be, the way that I'm treating this person, is that how I would want to be treated? I mean, this is just like, is this the kind of love that I want to receive? If it's smothering or either like inconsistent, or you don't know where you stand, or like there's no, I think, I don't know, I think it's like there would be a sense of protection, like wanting to protect each other and their relationship, like that I think would be a natural thing. Like a healthy response, not in the way of possessing or controlling, but in a way of reverence or honoring each other and the relationship, protecting each other's secrets and the privacy that you share, that being honored and kept private. I would think that would be one of the main principles to practice love. So again, how the person makes you feel. Do you feel expanded? Do you feel lit up? Do you feel excited to share the good things that are happening in your life, or excited to share your dreams and know they've got your back? Like these, and know that as you step out more, you maybe you succeed more, knowing that they would be like your biggest cheerleader, or supporter, fan, or whatever, and knowing that you can grow together, that this is somebody that you can grow with and build with, versus someone who just wants to stay the same, to keep things the same, or stay in their stuck ways, doesn't want to heal, wants to stay, doesn't see any reason to heal. Or if they say they want to heal but they actually don't want to change anything or do any of the work. They want it to be different, but they don't want to do the work. And if you were someone who is devoted to always improving yourself and healing, then that might not be the best match for you. It's something to consider for yourself. But yeah, these are just some things that I wanted to sort of talk about that I'm seeing in different relationships, where one person is sort of more alive, more in growth, more in their creativity and their, pursuing their dreams, maybe, something like that. And that other person is unhappy and more like trying to keep that other person limited and doubting themselves or distracted from what they're trying to do. But they are, more of a challenge, bringing more challenges than solutions and, uplifting the other person. So, these sorts of relationships are things. It's not that it necessarily means that it's a bad person or anything like that, but it is a chance for you, if you're the one who is, evolving or growing or, ready to bring your things out in the world, then it's your responsibility to establish your boundaries, your schedule, your, gather support elsewhere, or whatever it may be. But it's really up to you to decide, if this person is going to be along for the ride or not. But yeah, but love, real love is something that expands. It makes you, even when there's conflict, doesn't mean you never fight. Of course, it doesn't mean that. But sometimes even fighting or having disagreements can bring you closer. It can help you to grow in understanding each other, deepen your trust. Depending on how if it's with kindness and respect. If it's done properly, then it you can evolve together in something. So I don't remember what else I was going to say with that, but yeah. So love and in a way that is kind and compassionate and respectful, and in a way that you can grow, I think. And so it's thinking about that, like how it feels in your body, and do you feel safe to be yourself, or do you have to hide parts of yourself just for the other person to feel comfortable? I think that's a big clue. At least to me, at least for what I want to share here. So anyway, if you have any experience with these sorts of things, share them in the comments if you want. I would love to hear more about that, and anything about what love is to you also. Okay, well, thanks for watching and bringing your energy into this space. I hope to see you again on the next one, and bye for now.